All right, everyone, welcome back to Limitless Profit. And the hot topic has been TJFX VIP. Okay, he recently came out with a premium that is a step above the VIP. But this is just the reviews for the VIP, which is the lower tier one. And as you can see by the thumbnail, I'm not hating. 20% returns, at least within the 2 weeks. So far, we're on the second week of his reviews. It's Sunday. We're going to start the third week. But all right, so this is a look at his signal, August 9th. That was Monday. Right out the gate at 2:20 a.m. he sent his first signal. I am Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that would have been 4:28 a.m. or, pending where you are in the world. So first signal comes out. Moving down, we move into profit. So of course he moves his stop loss to break even. Scrolling down, and boom. We ended up hitting a break even on that trade. So the next signal came out 2 hours later at 4:39 a.m. And it's a sell signal. As you can see, he does the pip count for you. Immediately goes into profit. He tells everyone close it out for a 10% win on the trade. All right, so what he does is 1% per TP. So if this has 2 TPs on there, you're risking 2%. So that's why he says running TP or running profit 50 pips, 100 pips combined. That's because it's 1% for each TP. And then he tells you how far away they are. 200 pips for the first take profit, 260 pips for the second take profit. But he told, you guys, everyone to cut it out at about 100 pips in profit. So let's see, there's 10% right there. All right, 1047 is the next trade. Let's find that one. Wait, where did that one go? A buy? Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't 1047. It was 938. All right, so this is the next trade at 938. As you can see, it's real easy. I love how he does the math for you and everything. 20 pip stop loss, that's always the stop loss typically. Sometimes he'll bump it to 30, but typically it's a 20 pip stop loss. There's all your take profit. So you have 3%, 1% for each TP, 3 TPs. Moving down, and you moved your stop loss to entry just a few hours later, and then about 20 minutes after that, 15 minutes after that, he told you to just close the entire trade for 6% gain on the account. Very nice. Like I said, if this is, so right there in 2 trades where we had a break even, a 10%, and then a 6%. So right there, and that was Monday. So if this is his VIP and he has another tier above that, like, to me, let's say FTMO is charging you 30% just to trade with their FTMO account, okay? TJFX is giving you these signals at a base price. So if you are using an FTMO account and you just made 16%, that's $16,000 that you just made for a $60 signal provider, $63 signal provider, US. That's called profitability right there. That's literally the definition. So FTMO was a small investment, and his signals so far, I'm enjoying it. I just love how he does so much work putting in, giving you, look, your SL, he's doing all the math, your first TP, your second TP, all the math is done for you, which makes it super easy to adjust your risk, your lot size, and just take it. So it's refreshing. It's refreshing to see this setup, the way he does his signals. But all we care about realistically is profitability, right? So let's just keep going. So here's another one at 419. This is on the 11th. Instantly, he ended up bumping his stop loss up another 10 additional pips, and it ended up hitting that. So he says right here, we touched stop loss for just over a 1.5%. Okay, so here's my thought on this trade, TJ. So you have 2 take profits, right? 1% for each. So you're risking 2% of your account, okay? Then you bump your stop loss even higher by an additional 50%. So it was already 2%, and then another 50% of that makes the total a 3% risk on your account, and you hit your stop loss. So he's saying he's just over 1%. I'm going to count this as negative 3%, okay? Just to make it easy, going by the base rules, we're going to call it negative 3%. Don't panic. He still puts you in profit a good amount of money. So let's see, moving down here at 6:58 a.m., 20 pip stop loss per usual, 60 pip take profit, and then 120 pip take profit. So 2 TPs, you're risking 2% in your account. Instantly, you're in a risk-free trade. Well, not instantly, about 20 minutes later, excuse me. 20 minutes later, the trade is risk-free, and he tells you to close that bad boy out for a 7% gain. Killing it. Just killing it. Okay, on the 12th, it rolls around, 5:45 a.m., 20 pip stop losses. Of course, tight stop losses. I love it. Predictable. Closed them out at break even. Once again, you only have one take profit there. So you were risking 1%, but you had moved your stop loss, so you're break even for sure on that one. 11:32 a.m. rolls around. Here's another one where we're risking 2% of the account, 2 take profits. We go down. He tells you what he's doing. He moved the stop loss again by another 50%. So now the risk is currently 3% on the account, and we ended up hitting the stop loss on there. So I took 3% off for the totals, just to make it simple, and the way, I don't know, I guess I understand it easily. 12:07 a.m. Here we are on the 13th, just after midnight. 20 pips stop loss, of course. He ends up hitting his stop loss here, but as you can see, he moved his stop loss, okay? So now he's only risking 0.5% on the account. So instead of moving it to break even, he felt there was still a little bit of play in there, and he moved his stop loss to 50% instead of break even, and it did end up closing him out. So he only lost 0.5% there, but you had 2 take profits. So 1% each take profit. So you're risking 2% on the account. So I took away 1 full percentage on this account. So the next one is 3:38. The final trade. How many trades did he take? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 trades. And yeah, he killed it. So this trade ends up going into break even. As you can see, move it to risk-free trade. And it's amazing how only 20 minutes after the signal, you're already at a risk-free trade. He does that repeatedly. So pretty good. And now we are done. So that trade ended up hitting him break even. So all in all, if you do the math the way I did it, where the only 2 losing trades, sorry, there were 3 losing trades, where 2 of them he moved the stop loss higher. So the stop loss was greater. I took those 2 trades, I took 3% away for each. So it's negative 6%. And then the 1 stop loss, instead of moving it to break even, he moved it to 50% risk, which I took away 1% of your account for that. So this week we minused 7% on the account for the losing trades, but we gained overall 15.5% on the account. Depending on how you take his signals, it was 20% to 15.5%. All right. I'll talk him up a little bit because I do love his stop losses and the way he does the math for you. He simplifies everything for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to hold back when, you make your stop loss a little bit higher. And so you go from risking 2% of your account to 3%, and then you hit your stop loss. So I took that away from him. I mean, is it doing him any harm? Absolutely not. He is 20% in 2 weeks. So if you're doing an FTMO account and you're risking 0.5% per trade, you've already hit your $10,000 goal in 2 weeks. And he has another 2 weeks. So if he's, running 5% per week, you're still going to make your goal absolutely easily, no problem. So super impressed with him. He did recently launch another one. He's getting a little bit of criticism for that, for launching a more expensive group, I guess, a more, you know, a higher tier. But I mean, he's killing it in the lower tier group. So maybe in the future I'll do his premium, but for now we're gonna ride out 2 more reviews. This was the 2nd week of doing his reviews, and yeah, we're gonna ride these out and see kind of, you know, where he finishes on the month. But I'm impressed so far. I like the quality and the effort he puts into his stop losses, his take profit. He does all the math for you, makes it super simple, so you can just plug in the numbers and wait for updates and adjust accordingly. So I'm going to end this video here. I really appreciate TJ for keeping track on this as well. He tries to answer your guys' comments as well as myself. So make sure to go check out his YouTube channel and you can further understand. I'm a little bit confused, a little bit taken back by the tiers that he has, VIP versus premium. But like I said, I'm running 20% in 2 weeks in the VIP, the lower tier. So from a profitability standpoint, speaking, you know, perfect English, that's a buy. You know, that's a sell all day long. I'll take his signals, and it's a done deal. It's a wrap. You'll be in the profit. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to jump the gun. This is only the 2nd week since you guys brought him to my attention, but everything's looking good so far. So make sure to subscribe and check back next week.